let's get some lunch, you know. Gotta get some lunch of champions. Can't win any mountain bike races if you eat junk, so. Psych. Lunch of champions. Boom, yeah. Alright, good morning party people. Welcome back to another van update. We're going to turn our attention to the inside of the van. And I think I've got some sound deadening material here in the garage and a little roller. And we're going to go inside and soundproof the van a little bit. Let's get started. Let's see what we have here. We have a roller. I don't know how well this is going to work, but that's going to help us apply the sound deadening material. And hopefully this is the sound deadening material. So we have a roll here. I think this will do about 50 square feet supposedly, and let's see what kind of instructions we have. Oh, they give us a little smaller roller with it, which is good. And a razor knife. That's pretty useful. And Fat Mat is the brand that I'm actually using here. A little cutting knife. And some instructions. Remove body trim, carpet, seats, blah blah blah. Clean internal surface of body panel using a resident-free solvent. Surface needs to be clean and dry. Please ensure Fat Mat is at room temperature prior to installation. It should be, because we'll see. It's warm today, but it's not like super warm, so I don't know how flexible this stuff is going to be. I think it applies better when it's a little bit warmer, but we shall see. Make sure areas are all absolutely dry. Measure. First, I've got to remove some interior panels and these D-rings that are in the vehicle. So let's do that. The other thing I need to figure out is how to get these bumper guards off and how to get the extended magnets and the bumper guard for this door, because otherwise right now I'm just kind of using a piece of metal with a cloth over it to keep it. So I found out what they've done. So these are, see how long the magnet and the bump stop is on this door here? Well, that's the way it was on the other side for most vans, but I think for year 2018 and 2019 they changed it a little bit. And see how small the magnet and the bump guard is now? This is a very small bump guard and or magnet, and then the bump guards against the so those are small ones. So I want to figure out how to get the larger on this side as well, but it looks like you have to take a bunch of body panels off, and well, right now I'm not that interested in doing that, so I'll have to come back to that project. Alright, I'm going to change camera angles on you guys and get you a better view, but so now I've got to remove all these pop pins that hold in the siding. Alright, so you can see there's just enough room to get a little flat plastic surface in there to pop the pin out, and then this piece will just fall out. And that's the way you want, if you want to preserve or save these. I'm not too concerned about saving these, but I'm going to pop all the panels out, and then we'll take the floor out. We'll probably have to take all of the molding and trim out as well, and we'll start looking at laying down our Fat Mat. Alright, so my tools of choice are just these plastic trim removal tools. Usually I'll pop the pin out with this. It fits nicely in this little crevice here, and I can just kind of pop it out like that. Or you can use an edge of one of the crow's foot and pull the pin out like that. Or you can use one of these kind of more metal tools. I usually wrap these in tape if I'm trying to solve something, and you can just put that in there, pop the pin out, and then you can pop the whole thing out. I typically try to use this whenever I can, since I'm not concerned about saving it. It's just easier to pop out. Alright, let's start with the panel on this side. I know the light's not perfect in here, but We'll pop the pins out on this side, we'll move to the other side, and then we'll start working on the floor. So I'll show you on one of these pins how to pop and kind of keep it all together. Typically you don't need to pop the pin all the way out. Just put the edge under, pop the pin out enough, and then go under the base and pull it out like that. And you can keep the piece kind of all together. Okay, we have one Torx head screw here that we need to remove in order to remove this panel. So we'll go get our Torx bit and continue. Alright, that panel came down pretty easy. Bare walls all the way around. So I'm gonna actually start. I need to take the wheel well covers off as well. So those black wheel well covers there, so I can get to the actual wheel wells and put some sound deadening on that as well. So let's see how those things come out. Alright, it just looks like there's a few pop pins holding this thing in too. And then the floor mat, so I'm going to pull those out. Different style of pin actually, those normal automotive fasteners. So there we go, so it's actually already insulated from the factory. Alright, amateur tip of the day. One of these rollers has an end on it on both sides. One of them is just single edged. This is the best roller for the edges because you don't have this piece here getting in the way. So you really kind of get out. Upper sides completed all the way around. So now we have to do the lower sides in those holes as much as we can. Let's get some lunch, you know. Got to get some lunch of champions. Can't win any mountain bike races if you eat junk, so psych. All right, back from lunch. Alright, so got all the lowers finished. It's got all those areas kind of packed in there as well. So yeah, let's do the wheel wells. Oh, just in time. Sound of rain. Alright, so it took about 4 hours total time to do all that sound deadening on the walls there. Alright guys, I got another roll of fat mat delivered today, so I'm going to continue doing the sound deadening on the van. First, they're going to get the rear doors. I'll get the upper first because it's the easiest with the pop pins. Then I'll pop off the cover down below, and we'll do the same thing on the other rear door. And then we have to also do the sliding door in there as well. So, and hopefully we'll have enough left over to hit the floor once I remove the floor again. Alright, let's get to it. I'll put you in time-lapse mode. That sliding door was a little bit tougher. Has all the mechanism in the bottom down there, and had this vapor barrier, so you had to get in between that. And I couldn't figure out how to get a screw out down at the bottom right corner without taking the door off. Yeah, that will do it for the sound deadening on the walls and the rear. I will be adding some to the floor as I take out the floor again, but that'll do it for the sound deadening. Alright guys, that'll do it for the sound deadening until at least I move the floor out and get ready to start insulating, and I'll take all the body panels back out, but temporarily just to keep the sound down. I've got all of the walls done, all of the doors. That'll be it for this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you like the content. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Comment down below if you're doing a van build and if there's things that I could be doing differently than I'm doing now. And share the link with your friends. Make sure you click the bell for post notifications. You'll get notified of new uploads. Till next time, you guys know what to do. Scale up and ride, van up and go.